have a single hand weight just kind of nearby so that when we come long spine, you'll be able to grab it conveniently. All right, but we'll start in a standing position just to kind of loosen up the spine again. So take it hip to hip. Cool, one more little swing hip to hip, and then we're gonna push in at the hip. So you're just gonna drag the roller across your hips. One more drag across the hips, and then we're gonna move it up a little bit, so across the belly button line. Awesome, one more drag across side to side. And then we're gonna take it into our little foam roller hay baler. So we're gonna take it to one hip, throw it over the shoulder, just stay on one side for a few. Nice, one more on this side. And then switch over to the other hip and over to those hay balers, throwing over the other shoulder. Beautiful, one more on this side. And then when you're ready, we're just gonna set the roller down on the ground, step your right foot onto the roller, and then just give a couple of good gentle rolls to the bottom of the foot. Nice, one more roll to the bottom of the foot, and then step that foot off, left foot on, and then a couple of gentle rolls to the bottom of the foot. Cool, set that foot down, both feet on the ground, take a nice big breath, reach your arms up, bend your knees a lot, hinge from your waist, fold down, let the hands find the roller, and then push your palms into the roller and think about lifting your sit bones up towards the ceiling. So don't think straighten your legs, think lift your sits bones up, take one good breath, and then bend your knees a lot, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll up to a standing position, right foot back on the roller, but now we're gonna put a little pressure on. So we're gonna lean in, put a little weight onto the knee, and then slow your roll down. Nice, one more roll forward and back, and then step that foot off, left foot on, bend that knee, put a little pressure on, and then slow your roll down here. Beautiful, when you're ready, set that foot off, both feet on the ground, take a nice big breath, reach your arms up, bend your knees a lot, hinge from your waist, fold down, hands are gonna find the roller, push your palms into the roller, lift your sits bones up towards the ceiling, notice how the backs of the legs feel now. Bend your knees a lot, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll up to standing, and then we're just gonna do one last little bit of work on each foot. So right foot on the roller, lean in, and then we're gonna crunch up the bottom of the foot. So we would just want that little extra bit of body weight on, crunch up the bottom of the foot like you're trying to pick the roller up and release. Crunch the bottom of the foot up and release. Do that one more time. Crunch the bottom of the foot up and release. And then roll that foot off, lift off and away. Push your heel down towards the floor so you get that stretch to the calf, the stretch to the Achilles heel. Nice. And then lift that foot off and switch to the other side. So left foot on the roller, lean in, crunch up the bottom of your foot and release. Crunch up the bottom of your foot and release. A few more just like that. Last one. Nice, and then lift off, slide the heel down towards the ground so we get that big stretch to the calf and the Achilles heel. Beautiful, and then release that foot, both feet nice and grounded. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge from your waist. Hands are gonna find the roller. Press your hands into the roller, lift your sitting bones up. Beautiful, and then soften your knees, roll your way up, and then we're just gonna rearrange our roller so that we can come long spine. So just spin your roller around in any way that works good for you. And then at one end of the roller, head down at the other end of the roller. Once you've found your way down and you're on that long spine position, start by just letting your arms come out at a nice wide T, palms facing up, shoulder blades are kind of hugging around the roller. And then let everything be really nice and soft and heavy. Shoulders soft and heavy, arms soft and heavy. And then just for a few moments here, just tune in and see if you can notice and feel the movement of breath in your rib cage. So think from the solar plexus up to the collarbones, see if you can feel that expansive breath. Think front to back, side to side. Take one more nice big breath here. Awesome. And then we're going to give ourselves a little hug here. So right hand on top, we're going to cross the elbows and get a little hold of the shoulders. And then with the breath, we're going to inhale, lift the elbows up towards the face, and exhale, pull the elbows down towards the belly button. Inhale, lift your elbows up towards your face. Exhale and pull the elbows down. Inhale, lift your elbows up. Exhale, pull the elbows down, come to neutral, open your arms, and then we're going to take it to the other side. So left hand is going to come on top, find your hug, stabilize your center. If you felt like you were wobbling around as you did that little exchange, firm up your abdomen and then back with the breath. Inhale, lift the elbows up towards your face. Exhale, lower down. Inhale and lift up. Exhale, lower down. One more here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Open your arms out nice and wide, but now we're going to flip so that the palms are facing down, tent your fingers, and arms are going to help support. And now we're going to move into a pelvic tilt. So you might rearrange your hands just so that you find the stability that works good for you, but we're going to think press the low back into the ground and then release to the natural curve of your back. Press your low back into the roller. Release to the natural curve of your back. Take a few, go at your pace. And if you're working with the breath here, if you're working on your hip health, your pelvic health, then you're going to inhale as you press your low back into the ground, exhale as you release. But if you're looking for just that more invigorating practice to feel energized, you're going to exhale as you press the low back into the roller and inhale to release. So you choose the breath pattern that works good for you. Inhaling as you press your low back into the ground, that's the one for your hip health. Take about 2 more cycles of breath. And then come back to your neutral spine. Toe heel your feet a little bit wider, and then take some gentle, gentle windshield wipers here. So you're going to try to stay as stable as you can on the roller, even while you rock the knees a little bit side to side. So you might feel your core muscles fire up just a little bit to help stabilize the top half of the body. Awesome. One more little swish of the knees side to side, and then let the knees drop in towards each other. For my yoga friends, constructive rest with the legs, but now we're going to take it back up into the arms. So just make sure that your legs feel good and stable. Abdominal muscles fire up just a little bit, and we're going to take it into some big giant arm circles, circling in one direction. Both arms going at the same time. Two more in this direction. Notice how hard your core has to work to keep you stable. And then when you're ready, switch, reverse your circles, go the other way. One more circle in this direction. And then release your hands, just let them rest on the floor. Walk your feet in a little bit closer. So now feet are about hip width distance apart. Tent your fingers so you got good stabilizers with your upper body now, and take it into some alternating toe taps. One leg is going to lift and then the other. Take it at a steady pace. Beautiful. One more on each side. And then grab your single hand weight. And we're going to take it into some uneven loaded chest presses. So elbows nice and wide. They might hang down, and that's nice. So you can line the weight up with your chest. And then once you've got your way there, so one hand is loaded, one hand is empty, but we're going to try to push the arms up at the same pace. So press up towards the ceiling, lower with control. Press up towards the ceiling, lower with control. 2 more here, keep it nice and stable on the roller. Both arms moving at the same pace. Awesome. And then the next time you come down, switch hands. So the weight comes over to the other hand. Stabilize first. And then once you're there, press up, lower with control. Both arms moving up and down at the same pace. Beautiful. 2 more here. Nice. And then the next time you lower back to the chest, we're going to take the weight. You're going to either hold it up and down or sideways. That'll just totally depend on what grip feels better to you. But we're going to take it into some pullovers. So you're going to reach up and overhead. You're going to let the weight reach as far back as feels good to you and lower it all the way down towards your thighs. Stabilize yourself. Pull the belly button towards your spine. Reach up as far as feels good. Lower towards your thighs. 3 more to go here. Last one. And then when you're ready, set that weight off to the side, just so it's just a little out of the way. Come back to the open arms. So palms facing up, arms nice and wide, shoulder blades hugging around the roller. Take 3 nice deep breaths here. Beautiful. When you're ready, slow and controlled, roll off to one side. We're going to spin it around so that we're in a tabletop position. So you're going to move your roller so it's out in front of you and then come onto all fours. Once you've got your weight into your all fours position, we're going to take it into some rolling puppy poses. So we're going to roll out and then with control, pull the abdominal muscles and roll back up to that tabletop. Nice. Roll out. With control, bring it back in. Roll out. With control, bring it back in. And this time we're going to roll out and hold. So you're going to roll out to the depth that works good for you. Let your chest sink down. Let your head drop between your arms. Take 3 nice deep breaths. Beautiful. Pull the abdominal muscles up first. Pull yourself back up with control. And now we're going to move it down to the hip bones. So we're going to place it underneath those bony hip points. Knees are going to help support, elbows and forearms down. So we're not putting too much body weight on those hip points. Get yourself arranged. And then we're going to start with that little rock side to side. So think rocking to one hip bone and then the other. Beautiful. Now we're going to roll over onto the right. So left hand's going to walk in to help support, and then you roll those legs and then take a gentle roll up and down. Cool. One more roll up and down, and then with control, come through center, line up those hip points, and then when you're ready, take it over to the other side. Push into your right arm, roll onto that left side, and roll up and down. Awesome. One more roll up and down, and then come through center with control, but push into your knees so you can lift up and just move that roller down. So we're going to move right into the thighs from here. So once you've got that roller underneath your thighs, take a couple of nice big giant rolls. So think tops of the thighs all the way to where the thighs meet the knees. Lovely. Now, the next time you come to the center of your thighs, stay there, and we're going to think about getting really soft and heavy. So let your toes, your ankles, be soft and loose, which means they might kind of just chill out. You might even feel your ankles buckle out just a little bit. Thighs as heavy as they can be, and really just allow the weight and the pressure to create a little compression against the roller, and take about 3 nice deep breaths. One more breath. And then we're going to push our way back. We're going to work inner thighs, and then we're going to come down to the shins. So you're going to push your way up and back, swing that roller out to the side, come down onto your belly so that you can throw your right inner thigh over the roller. And then we're just going to take a couple of good wide rolls. So we're going to roll the full length of the inner thigh, or to the best of your ability. Find a good range of motion that works good for you. Nice. One more in and out. And then lift that leg up and off. And then, just to be really cool with our transition, grab your foam roller and see if you can pass it behind your back without getting up off the floor. Pass it over to the other side. Nice. And then put that left leg up over your roller and right back into it on the other side. So we're just taking that big giant roll to the inner thigh. Awesome. One more roll in and out. And then from here, we're going to prop our way back up into a tabletop position. We're going to work in the shins, and then you're just going to play around and you'll find what feels good. But I'm going to guide you through it. So it might not feel good to everybody. So you'll just lift off if it feels like it's not the right place for you to be. And I'll be spinning around just so you can see the backs of my legs as well. But start by just bringing your legs up and over the roller and take a couple of gentle rolls of the shins. Just notice how that feels. Make sure you have good amount of control. Nice. And then once you feel like you're a little bit closer to your knees, take your left foot and step it across the back of your calf. So we're going to let the foot rest across the back of the calf. And I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see what I'm talking about. So we're on the roller, knees over the edge, taking the left foot and just resting it on the calf. And then once you've got your way there, back to that shin roll, but slow it down a lot. So that added bit of pressure, that little bit of weight, if that feels like it's compromising the knee in any way, leave it off. But if it feels good and it adds just that light bit of intensity, take a few good rolls, slow it down. Nice. And then when you're ready, the next time you come back up and off, come back to that level position, maybe take a roll just to reset. And then we're going to take it to the other side. So right leg is going to step across. So the foot is across the back of your calf, and then slow your roll down. Beautiful. One more in and out. And then when you're ready, push your way all the way back and off. We're going to spin it around so the roller's out in front of us, and we're placing our calves across the roller. And then we're going to move right into our foam roller walk. So we're walking it up towards the backs of the knees and then down towards the ankles. And then as you do this work here, maybe just kind of tune in. So you just did a lot of work, a lot of pressure on the front of your shins. So just notice how your shins feel as you move through your calves. Beautiful. Now, the next time you come to the middle of your calf, so that nice, thick, meaty position, just let your legs get nice and heavy for a second. Feet soft and heavy, legs nice and heavy, and take 3 nice deep breaths. Excellent. Cross your left leg over your right, put a little bit of weight on, and then just a little bit of a swish of that bottom leg side to side. Nice. One more little swish side to side, and then step that left leg off. Right leg comes across the left, and then add that little swish side to side if that feels good. Awesome. One more little swish side to side, and then step that right leg off, pick up your butt, and take a couple of good gentle rolls the full length of the calf. Nice. One more roll up and down, and then set your butt down, and then just come back to that gentle walk. Walk up towards the backs of the knees, walk down towards the ankles. Cool. And then when you're ready, we're going to walk it up and in. So walk it in so it's underneath the bend of the knees. Scoot yourself up so that you're sitting up on your sitting bones. Take a nice big breath, reach up and overhead. Exhale, reach towards your feet, and then hold there and take 3 nice deep breaths. Slowly and mindfully walk yourself back up and in. We're going to bend the knees, pull that roller in a little bit closer, and then lift your butt up onto the roller, and then step your feet super wide apart, and then start finding that swish of the knees side to side. And then start to add that hip roll as well. So we roll across the glutes and then take it to the other side. Nice. Now the next time you come over to the right, stay there. Give a couple of good rolls up and down. One more up and down on this side. And then when you're ready, roll across to the left and then roll up and down there. One more up and down. And then we're going to roll back to center. Hands are going to be on the roller. We're going to lift the butt up and off, and then we're going to lean into the right side. So we're going to think right side, low back. So lean in just a little bit, find that soft position, and then we're going to lift the butt up and give a couple of gentle rolls up and down. Just make sure that you can breathe comfortably here. It is soft tissue, but with your feet on the ground and the elbow and forearm supporting you, you can probably keep plenty of weight off of it and find a nice roll. Wonderful. One more roll up and down, and then lower your butt down, come across with control. So come over to the other side, lean in just a little bit, find that soft tissue, and then let your elbow and forearm support lift up and roll up and down. Nice. One more good roll up and down. Lower your butt, come through center, and then we're going to just move it on down so that it's underneath the shoulder blades. So find that sweet spot, hands behind the head, lean over the roller. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lean over the roller. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lean over the roller. Exhale, lift up and hold, push into your feet, and then take that big roll from the bottom of the shoulder blades all the way up to the tops of the shoulders. Keep that big roll going, but if it feels good and available, lean slightly to the right. Take a couple of big rolls up and down there. Come back to center, reset anything that you need to, give a good roll up and down. And then if it feels available, lean slightly to the left and roll up and down. Nice. One more up and down here. And then come back to center, take a good roll up and down just to find that reset. And then as you come towards the tops of the shoulders, lower your butt down and then move that roller on up so that it's underneath your head like a pillow. Let your arms come out to a nice comfortable position, whatever that means to you. you can even help support the roller if it feels like it always slips out from underneath your head. So find whatever handhold or position that works good for you, and then find a gentle rock of the head side to side. The next time your head turns to the right, add a little nod of the head up and down. One more nod of the head up and down, and then take it across and over to the other side, and then find that nod of the head up and down there. One more nod of the head up and down, and then bring your head back to center and draw little tiny micro circles in the air with your nose. So think 1 centimeter, just drawing that little tiny micro circle. And then draw your circles the other way. Nice. Let your head come to stillness. Let everything be soft and heavy for a moment. Head nice and heavy, shoulders nice and heavy, arms nice and heavy. Take a nice big inhale. See if you can come back to that awareness of breath in the rib cage. So think solar plexus to the collarbones, front to back, side to side. Nice big expansive breath. Two more cycles of breath. Awesome. And then hands are going to find the edges of the roller. Lift your head up, move the roller out from underneath your head. Arms are going to be in that cactus or goalpost position. Head is going to relax on the ground, and then take some range of motion moves here. Just turning your head side to side as far as your head turns. The next time your head turns to the right, stay there, hold that position with your head, but now your head is going to stay stable, but you're going to look your eyes to the left. Hold that position with your eyes, hold that position with your head. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your eyes, turn your head to center, turn your head to the left as far as it will go. Hold that position with your head. Look your eyes to the right and hold that. So head is turned to the left, eyes are turned to the right. Hold that position for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your eyes, turn your head back to center, and then we're going to roll our way up to a nice little ragdoll fold. So leave your roller exactly where it is, and then we're just going to lift ourselves on up, extend the legs out to a nice giant bend in the knees, fold yourself over, see if you can catch hold of your toes or your shins or your floor, just whatever feels good to you, and then just bring your breath awareness back to the back of your ribs. Nice big inhale. Nice slow exhale. Let your head get just a little heavier. Beautiful. And then slowly lift yourself on up, swing your legs around. We're going to come into a folded position. So swing your legs out and around in any way that works good for you. Lift your butt up, feet about hip or shoulder distance apart, super generous bend in your knees, head drops down. And then again, come back to that idea of think about lifting your sitting bones up towards the ceiling. So not straightening the legs. You're going to actually keep your legs as bent as you feel. And then you're just going to think about that action of lifting upward with your butt bones. Take one more breath. Soften your knees a lot, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll up to a standing position, take a couple of good shrugs of your shoulders. Holy smokes, you guys are awesome. That was a lot of work today. You guys are amazing.